Here we've migrated our Guardian software technology to be able to be used with Autobatch hardware. As you can see here, it's a touch screen. You've got buttons that are on the screen. You can touch them, go in, move around, go back to main, all through the screen. As you can see, we have different areas you can go in. Recipes, monitor, totals, setup. You got auto manual, stop, alarms, security. To start off, on our monitor page, you can get rate, max rate. You can get batch time, last batch time. You can get the current weight and average weight. Here you can move in and see your recipe, your next recipe, and the actuals, batch per batch. Now going back into the totals page, where you can collect information, clear your inventory totals, your shift totals, monitor them, even do totals based on recipe. In terms of setup, we've got different levels of setup. You can control weigh hopper, mixer setup, gate setup, calibration, system setup. System setup has a more detailed area where to get more refined setup parameters in here. Going back. Also, right now it's saving the configuration. Also, let's go ahead and just do a demonstration of automatic or manual. Well, we'll do manual first. In manual mode, you can pull up. You can identify which particular elements, that being the main gate for dumping material. Here's an additive. Another additive. Batch weigh hopper. Now it's dumping material in the mixer. And as you can hear, the batch weigh hopper is about empty. So you can have controls of different things, mixer motors, mixer gates, things of that nature. You can do like 2 at a time. Like right now we're just doing the mixer gate, but if we wanted to do, say, main ingredient and one of the minor ingredients, you can run it all at once if you want. As soon as you jump out of the mode, it disenables the ability of manual until you go back into it again. Now for auto, before we do auto, let's take a quick look at recipes. Right now I've got a recipe of 50, 35, and 15 in here. So that's the current recipe, and it also is the next one we would run if we were to hit auto. Now if you went in deeper in recipes by edit recipe, modified the recipe, you would come back and then you could see what the next recipe would be and what the current recipe is. Okay, we'll go ahead and run auto, and I'll show you what kind of information happens with auto. Right now it's running. We're going to go into manual mode. As you can see up here, as each hopper is being put into the mix chamber, or pardon me, the weigh hopper, it's showing you which hopper is feeding that location. And you'll see that it's going to cycle through. We're right at the end of the batch here on C. Right now the weigh hopper is opening up, dumping in the mixer. Currently we're operating. Now we started another batch. Hopper A, now hopper B. As you can see, we're going pretty fast through the different ingredients for this batch. Now another way to look at this information, well, first off, here you can see the usage, you can actually see the time passed, you can see the actual weight of the weigh hopper instantaneously. Right now we'll wait for this cycle to finish up. Now it's started the next cycle. You can see the weight increasing here. You can see that the current batch is at 5.86. The last batch was at 10.7. You can see the elapsed time of the batch and the elapsed time of the last batch. So it's about to wrap up this cycle. Our loading system just kicked on. Now I'm going to back up and we're going to take you over into setup, then next page into diagnostics, display diagnostics. We're going to look at gate information. Right now you can get a lot more detailed information of the set weights for each of the different ingredients, the remaining weight for each one, and also the tolerance weight or the target accuracy that you're aiming for. You can see the number of feeds per hopper, and you can see the minimum gate time, or in this case, the minimum on time for, we have a gate on hopper A, and then we have vibratory feeders on B and C. And you can see the last millisecond time that last ingredient fired down here. So A just fired a 290, then B fired a 245, and now C is currently firing. And you can see it's working down to about 4 to 5 different hits for that minor ingredient. So you can actually watch the operation, look at remaining weight as it's dispensing, looking at how many shots it takes. The fewer shots, the better the throughput on your blender. Okay, we'll go on back. All we wanted to really do here, let's take a look here. I guess one other area can look. First off, we'll go to security. Now, one method that's different in this software as compared to the previous batch software, we're going back into diagnostics, gate, but here we're going to go over into see the time weight. Okay, so I'll wait till the loading cycle is done here. What we're looking at is the time weight table for the main ingredient gate. Here you can see time versus weight dispensed. We build this table up, and from that, when we have a desired weight we want to hit to finish up a weigh shot, we go into the time weight table and we can actually take that number, reuse it, and get a fairly accurate, a really accurate fire of that weight. Now, going over the ingredient B, which is a vibratory feeder, we have the same thing. We still have a time weight table. It starts dispensing material right around 65 milliseconds. We got a reading of 3.3 grams, 2.9, 3.0, 5.1 raise, and as you can see, the dispensed material increases as we get deeper and deeper into the weigh table. This is how we're able to grab and select weigh readings to finish up each hopper's remaining weight. So that's kind of the different technology. Before, we had the ability to, we would do 1 or 2 or 3 shots to do a batch. Now we can actually trim it down and maybe do it in 1 shot, 2 shots, or 3 shots, depending on how much accuracy you want out of each ingredient.